You guys, I could not be more excited to share this book haul with you today. I have had this box from Christianbook on the floor of my bedroom now for several weeks, and it has been so hard not to open it and see the goodies inside, but I've saved the haul, saved the unboxing for you, so you are not going to want to miss today's video. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'll start by just introducing myself briefly. My name is Amy Sloan. I'm a second-generation homeschooling mom of 5. Our oldest actually graduated from our homeschool last year and is now a university student. We have a rising senior, a rising 9th grader, a rising 7th grader, and our youngest is a rising 4th grader. I write at HumilityandDoxology.com and encourage homeschool parents with the Homeschool Conversations with Humility and Doxology podcast. You can find that wherever you get your podcasts, or you can watch most of the video interviews here on this YouTube channel. If you hang out with me for any length of time, you'll see there are a few things I enjoy. I enjoy silly memes and a good silly GIF. I might break out into Shakespeare or possibly country music, but I really love books. I have books piled everywhere, double deep on shelves, on the floor. When I was growing up, my mom always used to say that you can sit on a book, but you can't read a chair. And so that pretty much defines the ratio of furniture to books in our home. And I'm always looking for outside the box places to buy my books. I'm really wanting to try to move away from some of those big names. I won't even mention them here. But if you are also looking for other options for affordable, good books that you can trust, I really recommend that you check out Christianbook. I'm really excited to be partnering with Christianbook this year. I've been able to collect a list of some of my very favorite homeschool resources. You can easily see that on their website. Just go to humilityanddoxology.com/favorites. It'll send you right there. And then I'll put the full link down in the video description as well. One of the things you may not know is that Christianbook has way more than just books. There's also games and gifts and all sorts of items. So I was actually really excited to realize how many more resources they had available than I even anticipated. Now, I know it's spring. Lots of people are starting to plan and think ahead to next year's homeschool curriculum choices. But I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I didn't go so much the traditional homeschool curriculum route for this book haul. And you'll see why in a minute. There were just too many other fun things, sneaky education things that I couldn't resist. But I do share the homeschool curriculum that I recommend over at that favorites page on the Christianbook website. Are you ready to see what's inside? Okay, so first up is one of the math adventure books that I got. I actually got several. You'll see several from the same series in this box today. If you're unfamiliar, they are just fantastic books that introduce mathematical concepts to children in a really approachable way with silly stories and just beautiful illustrations. So this is one, of course, we're going to be learning about decimals and fractions. I'm so excited. I know that my 4th grader and probably even his older sister is going to really enjoy this one. All right, now, next up is don't tell anybody. This is actually a birthday present for my youngest son. This is the classic edition of Sorry, and I was so excited to see this. A lot of the newer games, I don't like the way they've kind of made them too colorful and bright and have lost some of that beauty of the old traditional game form. And so I was excited to see this game available, just classic, like I remember from when I was growing up. And especially since Isaac has been in the hospital more this year with his cancer treatment, I've really kind of turned into a secret game schooler, although I've avoided that for many years. But I'm finding that games are a way not only to distract him while we're at the hospital, but also a way to bring in a little sneaky learning to his days. Another thing that I got for Isaac for his birthday are these adorable little wall crawlers. So they're little green soldiers. You can see them here. And you can throw them on the wall and they'll stick and like cascade down. And I thought not only would this be, just fun in general, what little kid, what young boy, or what young girl for that matter wouldn't enjoy this, being able to throw things at the wall and mom says it's okay, right? So this will be really, really fun. But I also especially thought it would be a great idea for when we are at the hospital and maybe he's not feeling well or he's lying in bed on the sofa. It's still a way to have some fun with some simple throwable toys that aren't going to actually damage anything around us. Oh, next up is one of my very favorite books for homeschool moms. I love this book. I have given this as a gift, actually, not only to homeschool moms, but to many young women for baby showers. This book is tremendously valuable. It really shows how the gospel brings hope and rest in the midst of a very busy life. I love the subtitle. It says, Treasuring Christ When Your Hands Are Full. Now, how many of us have been at the store with all our kids and someone said, oh, you must have your hands full. And, maybe we say, if we're feeling nice, yes, full of good things. But this book by Gloria Furman really shows how even when we feel like our hands are too full, that we can still treasure Christ above all else. So I actually got this book for my my gift box because I always love to give this one away. Some of the chapter titles are Hands Full of Blessings, God Displays His Handiwork and Maternal Instinct, Mommy Brain, A Mother's Call to Worship, The Good News, and Mommy's No Good, Very Bad Day. So it just really points you to Jesus, the hope of the gospel. So for under $10, you have this really wonderful book for yourself or a friend. Highly, highly recommend. And I do have this book and others on my list of books for homeschool moms that I recommend over on my new favorites page at Christianbook. Okay, I had never heard of this book before, but when I saw it, I knew I had to get it for my middle daughter. She loves all things World War II. And when I saw that this book is called Voices from the Second World War, Stories of War as Told to Children of Today, I knew this was one she would love. So it includes photographs. It includes stories and interviews from survivors of World War II, those who were children during World War II, who are now adults and are telling their stories. So I am so excited about this one. Here's a photo from the Resistance. So if you are studying World War II this year, or if you are just have a child who is fascinated by biography, the story of real people, this one looked so fantastic. And I am really, really looking forward to sharing this with my middle daughter. I think she's going to really love this one. Again, that's Voices from the Second World War. I know they say you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but look at this cover and tell me you don't want to get this one for your library. It's called Wonders of Nature. It's a DK book. And oh my goodness, the illustrations are absolutely stunning. Look at this. I love this because the illustrations are really beautiful and natural, not garish or loud, very detailed, and they have just enough information where your student is also learning. The children will be secretly learning as they just turn the pages. I cannot stop. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this goes through, and it has one of those little cloth bookmarks. I love books like that. Okay, so let's look at the table of contents. It goes through all sorts of things, nature topics. So this would be a great resource for your nature study. We have rocks and minerals, microscopic life, animals, plants, so many things. So this one looks like it will be a favorite to flip through or use as a resource for our homeschool science and nature study. Oh, like I promised, I see some more circumference books. Let's see. Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that brought my total up to 5 of the circumference books. They just weren't all together in the box. So this is Circumference and the Roundabout Battle. It's all about rounding numbers. Circumference and the Vikings Map. We'll learn about coordinate geometry. circumference and the fraction fair, of course, fractions and circumference and the dragon of pi, all about radius and the number pi. Again, these are not even the full series. You can check these out yourself. Highly recommend. They're worth owning. I've checked a few of them out in the past at our local library, but really it's just ones that I want to be able to turn to again and again. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm looking for more and more ways to bring some peaceful learning into my son's life while he's not feeling well, while he's going through treatment, but still making sure that he learns. And picture books that teach us secretly mathematical concepts are a great way. And these illustrations are just so fun. So highly recommend this entire series. I think it's going to be one I'm going to have trouble resisting not buying all the rest of them at once. If you get them, let me know which one I should get next. Okay, so those of you who know me at all should not be surprised that I couldn't resist. My last item in the box is this Shakespeare pop-up book. So our family loves Shakespeare. We include Shakespeare studies with all of our children. And oh my goodness, this is so awesome. Look at that. Oh, this is great. So it has information about Shakespeare, all of his different plays, little summaries of the various plays, the histories, the tragedies, the comedies. So just enough to sort of explain the basics to your children, give them a brief introduction. One of the reasons why I love doing Shakespeare with my young children is because they're going to think of themselves as people who enjoy Shakespeare. And when they're old enough to actually start exploring it in more detail, it's not going to be intimidating. So our family, I've brainwashed my children well to love Shakespeare. And I think that they're all going to have so much fun reading this one together. It's Pop-Up Shakespeare and the Reduced Shakespeare Company. So I'm really, really excited about this one. I'm not going to go through and give the individual prices of each item just because those may change from the time I record this video to when you go to check them out, because Christianbook is always running different specials and having promotions and free shipping offerings and sales. So who knows, you may find a lot of these items even less expensive than I did. I'll just run through what I got though real quickly. I got these 5 circumference books that I know are going to be fun for some sneaky math learning. I got Pop-Up Shakespeare for the nerds in the family, which is pretty much all of us. They have me as a mom. This gorgeous book, Wonders of Nature, which I cannot wait to just flip through with the kids. Voices from the Second World War. A game and an activity to give as a birthday present to my youngest son. And Treasuring Christ When Your Hands Are Full for my mom gift box. Now, like I said, you can go to HumilityandDoxology.com/favorites or check the link here in the description, and you can see all of my very top favorite resources for homeschool families, books for homeschool mom to enjoy, some of our favorite games and craft ideas, and of course, what list would be complete without all of my favorite homeschool curriculum. Okay, so here you can see my homeschool favorite selection over on Christianbook. Again, you can get here by going to HumilityandDoxology.com/favorites or click the link that I'll have in the video description. I have some of our favorite curriculum and resources for all sorts of different subjects. I have a lot of my favorite literature and Shakespeare and poetry. I even have books to help you pick your own next favorite book. Our favorite history books, so many good resources in here that you are not going to want to miss. I would love it if you would comment on this video and let me know what are some of your favorite homeschool curriculum. If there is something that you are especially have your eye on at Christianbook, if there's something you have your eye on at Christianbook, something in your cart that you're just waiting to purchase, I would love to hear about it and maybe add it to my next order. A big thank you again to Christianbook for partnering with me with Humility and Doxology on this box of goodies, giving me the opportunity to share my favorite homeschool resources with you over on their website. And I would also encourage you to check out Homeschool Compass. So Christianbook has a separate website that is filled with amazing free resources for homeschool families, gorgeous printables and encouragement. They have a blog and a podcast as well. You will not want to miss that.